welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be trying a lot of new makeup, and these makeup are actually not mainly new in the makeup world or in the beauty world, but these are makeup that I've had in my collection for some time now, or some makeup that I received from BADGal, some makeup that I bought and I haven't tried it on for you guys. So I do have a ton of makeup that I want to test out for you guys on camera, so I can tell you guys my first impression and what I think about them. So I'm going to show you guys my bin of makeup. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these are all of the stuff that I want to try out for you guys. I haven't done a video that is on this, similar category in so long, so I'm very excited for that. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and tuning in. I would really love for you guys to subscribe if you have not done so already, and click that notification bell so you guys never miss out on any of my future uploads. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive into some of these new makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and actually put my hair back. I actually just had my daughter pick this up from Dollar General like a couple of minutes ago, and these are just hair clips. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Alright, so I went on ahead and zoomed you guys in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my lip product first, and this is just to prep my skin for my lip product for towards the end of the video. So I'm gonna be putting this Fruit Butter Lip Mask from Seraphine Botanicals, and I received this in a box charm, I believe, and I've been loving it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on. Alright, so we're gonna first start off with primer, and I already moisturized my face with my regular moisturizer, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump onto primer, and I'm gonna take this L'Oreal Spacke Skin Perfecting Primer, and this is the hydrating one. Sorry if the light is washing it out. This is the hydrating one, and I received this in a boxy charm, I want to say last month, and it just comes in like a little squeezy tube like so. I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze some of it out. I don't know how much I need to put on, so I'm gonna go and just apply this all over my face. And again, I don't know how much of it I should have put on, but it does look like it is giving me quite a hydrated looking face. Okay, I like it so far. So I went on ahead and lowered the Eyeshadow on my camera because I felt like I was being washed out. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to foundation. I'm gonna take this BADGal Beauty Skin Finish Foundation because I'm in the shade Buff. But I have everything that I used in this video as well as the tools listed in the description box. Well, the tools I'm gonna have on the screen, usually on this side, and all of the products I will have listed in the description box in case I forgot to mention shade names or whatever. But this is what the foundation looks like. I'm hoping that it's not going to be too dark for my skin or for my skin tone right now, but I'm gonna try it using a sponge, a damp sponge on one side. I'll probably do it on this side, and then a beauty no, I'll just do it all with a sponge maybe, because I don't have my foundation brush with me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this with all sponge. Usually, sometimes when I try out new foundations, I'll test it out on one side with a beauty blender, like a damp beauty sponge, and on the other side a foundation brush, but my foundation brush right now is currently very dirty, so I didn't get the chance to wash it. So we're just gonna test it out using just the sponge, and I'm using the BADGal Beauty sponge, and these you can find at Dollar General. I like the fact that it has a pump, so that's always a nice thing, and these are really affordable. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe just pump 2 pumps for now, so it looks like so. Hopefully it's my shade, but I've had this in my drawer for a while and I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna go ahead and just dot this all over my face, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna go and use my mirror right here. Okay, so that's just one pump right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one more pump, like maybe half a pump. Just like that. And I'm just gonna take that directly on the beauty sponge. So So that is what the foundation looks like. I'm loving the coverage. I think the coverage is really nice. It's definitely not a dewy finish. The Spacke primer really did help a little bit with giving it a little bit more of a dewy look. Not too much, but just enough. This foundation is not drying at all, but I think it's more of like a demi matte. Really like this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on with concealer. Okay, so I have this concealer from Dose of Colors, and this is just their Meet Your You concealer, and I am in the shade Light, and I got this from BADGal. Majority of these products that I'm going to be trying out for you guys are all BADGal products. Hopefully this one, it won't be too light. I'm just going to apply a little bit. So it does have a really nice doe fit applicator, and I'm just going to apply it how I've been applying my concealer. I'm not going to put anything on the lid because I want to try out an eyeshadow primer. I'm going to go ahead and take this flat side right here to blend out the concealer. So far the concealer is blending out pretty well, and the shade is not that bad. Hoping that my camera is not washing me out, making me look like a ghost. Hey, I love that coverage. Really nice, really love the coverage. Okay, so I don't have any new setting powders for either of my underneath my eyes or my face, so I'm just going to be using these two. I'm going to be setting my underneath my eyes with the Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder. You guys have seen me use this. And then I'm also going to be setting the rest of my face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer. I don't have any new setting sprays as well, and I also don't have any new eyebrow products. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and set the rest of my face and also do my eyebrows, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I am back and the eyebrows are done and my makeup is set with the setting sprays. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and set or prime my lids. I haven't primed my lids with an actual eyeshadow primer and so long, so this is going to be a very first time in forever. So I'm going to be taking this Luscious Angel Eyes Cosmetic Eyeshadow Primer, and I received this in a boxy charm, so I'm going to go ahead and try this out, and then I'm just going to set that with a setting powder from Beauty Bakery. So this is what it looks like. It's like a little squeezy tube, and I'm just going to squeeze some in the back of my hand, and it looks like so. It has a little bit of a peachy undertone. So I'm just going to take my lid and prime my eyes. Alright, so our eyes are fine. We're going to go ahead and move on to eyeshadows. Okay, so I have a couple of eyeshadows that I want to try out. I have this one from I Heart Revolution. This is just the Pumpkin Spice Latte palette, and I think this is a dupe for one of the newer eyeshadow palettes from Too Faced, I believe. But this is what it looks like. I did haul this in an ultra haul, I believe, a couple of videos ago, and then this is what the palette looks like. It looks like it has mostly shimmers. It looks like it has mostly shimmers, so I'm probably gonna incorporate some of these on here. It does have some matte shades as well, so we'll incorporate this palette. I also have this Natasha Denona palette. This is the Peak palette, and this one I received from BADGal. I'm going to take this shade Hala, I believe is what it's called. This one right here, and I'm going to take that on a fluffy blending brush. I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm just going to put that on my crease area. The first time I've tried these eyeshadows before, and I'm super excited. I don't have a specific look that I want in mind. I do know that I want to use that gold shade from the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. So that's what we're gonna do. So far, these eyeshadows from the Natasha Denona Peak palette is blending out beautifully, and it does feel absolutely perfect and buttery. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna hold off on trying out this palette and just maybe use it in another video, and I'm just gonna stick with the e.l.f. and the Natasha Denona palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and take another brush from Morphe, and I'm gonna dip that into Thorn, which is this eyeshadow right here, and go from there. Hopefully this is dark enough, and I'm just gonna put that on my outer V. Alright, that's not bad. I'm just packing on that color until I get the intensity that I want, and I'm just blending that out in windshield wiper motion. And then don't worry if you get color on your lid, because we're gonna go ahead and clean that up with a little bit of concealer. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my concealer brush and going back to the dose of color concealer, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna apply the concealer where I'm gonna apply the shimmery shade, so kind of like a cut crease, and I'm doing one eye at a time. Alright, so I'm gonna go to this shade right here. I have no idea what shade it is, but I'm just gonna take this really pretty gold shade right there, and I'm actually gonna use my fingertips to apply this. Ooh, so pretty. You guys see that? And then I'm just gonna pat that. I'm gonna pack that on all over my lid. Ooh, this is so pretty. It does have a little bit of a yellow green undertone, so it's not a full-blown gold, but it is a pretty interesting shade of gold. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a flat shader brush that's really densely packed, and I'm just gonna take that and just hit the spot where my fingers couldn't really reach, like mainly the outer or the inner corners. Keep in mind that I did not apply any setting spray on this brush, and it is going on so smoothly. I'm not having any fallout whatsoever. So far so good with this bite-sized ones. I have other bite-sized eyeshadow palettes from e.l.f. and I love pretty much whatever I have, and I have absolutely no complaint for any of them. I'm gonna go back to the Natasha Denona palette, and using the Morphe brush again, I'm just gonna go and actually, you know what? I'm gonna take a smaller brush. And just tap that in, and then just intensify the outer corners. I'm also gonna blend that in with the gold. And then I'm gonna go back to that orange shade right here, and then just lightly tap my brush on that just to blend everything out. I'm gonna go ahead and apply waterline or eyeliner to my waterline, and I'm just gonna take this Crème gel liner from Colourpop. I forgot the shade of this. I'll just insert it obviously in the description box. Going back to the Natasha Denona palette, I'm going to take a flat definer brush, and I'm going to dip that on the brown shade, the Thorn shade, and I'm just going to tightly pack that onto my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this brush right here. I like using this to smudge out my lower lash line, and I'm just going to go back to that first shade that we used for the crease area, and I'm just gonna smudge that out. Go ahead and curl my lashes. And then for mascara, I'm going to be trying out this one. I took it out of the packaging already, but I have yet to try it out. This is the BADGal Bang Mascara from Benefit, and I got this in one of those gift set. It came with this one, a primer, and the cookie highlighter, which is absolutely a great deal. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this to both my upper lashes and lower lashes. Okay, we are almost done with the eyes, so we're gonna go back to the Natasha Denona Peak palette, and I'm just gonna go and take this really pretty champagne gold shade right here, and I'm just gonna apply that to my inner corners. This one's a really pretty shade, and then I'm gonna take that as well to the brow bone. And I'm going to go back to the first blending brush that we used just to blend that out. Alright, so the eyes are completely done. I'm absolutely loving how this eye look came out. I love both of these palettes. I had no doubt that I wasn't gonna love them. Absolutely love them so much, so highly recommend both of them. This one is definitely affordable. These are just $4 per bite size, and this one is definitely much more pricier, but in my opinion it's definitely worth it. Now that the eyes are done, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of the face with our complexion products. We have a ton of complexion products to try out, and there are 3 products in here that I have never tried out, and they're both cream products, and they're both from e.l.f. So we're gonna start off with the bronzer first, and they're just the Putty bronzer and the Putty blush. And then I also have some powder products as well. I have never tried cream bronzers, so this should be exciting. Alright, so this is what the packaging looks like, and then the actual bronzer, I'm hoping that it won't be too light. It looks like so. So I'm gonna go and take this e.l.f. This is actually a foundation brush. I'm gonna take this and just dip that right there. Hopefully I'm doing it right. And I'm just gonna tap some of it off of my hand. I don't even know if I'm using the right brush for this. Maybe I'm not. Okay, I see it. Oh yes, I absolutely love how this is going on. I'm just gonna tap that. I like how this putty bronzer feels, and it's really easy to work with and play around with. It's not like intimidating or anything, especially if you're a beginner to cream products like I am. But so far so good. It's just giving me a really nice bronzy look. And I'm gonna take that to my hairline. And just a little bit to my jawline. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the Putty blush from e.l.f. By the way, that one, I forgot the shade. I'll let you guys, I'll have the shade like I said in the description box. But this is the Putty blush, and this is in the shade Bali. So the same packaging as the Putty bronzer, and then what it looks like on the inside. And I'm going to take a different brush. Again, this is a foundation brush, but this is from Real Techniques. And I'm just going to swirl my brush on there, tap off the excess in the back of my hand, and then just work my way around. Ooh, oh, okay, a little bit too much in there. Okay, we're gonna blend that out with something. I'm gonna take a dual fiber brush and just blend that out. I love that. It looks so pretty. It looks so natural, and I absolutely love it. It's so good. And now we're just gonna go ahead and set those cream products, and I'm just gonna take the Blink Cosmetics Glow Getter palette, and this is just a really nice blush palette with some highlighters as well. And I'm just gonna set the blush in general, and I'm gonna take the shade Talented, which is this one right here. I'm gonna take that on a blush brush. I'm gonna take an angled blush brush, and I'm just gonna go over that blush and bronzer. and then we're just gonna blend everything out just to tone it down a little bit. I absolutely love how everything turned out. I have to work more on the cream blush and cream bronzer technique, but I know I'll get the hang of it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to highlighter, and then we're gonna finish off with lips. So I'm gonna take this Milk and Honey highlighter palette from Beauty Bakery that I received from Bhakti Charm last month, and I was so stoked about it. And this is what the palette looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just gonna go ahead and mix Spoiler Alert and Queen Bearing, which are just this one and this one. And I'm gonna take that on a really big highlighter brush from Luxie. Let me go ahead and dip that. Just do a little mixture. I'm gonna add more of the Spoiler Alert rather than the Queen Bearing because I think the other one's a little bit too dark for my skin tone right now, but it's really pretty. And then I'm gonna run that along the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow, the tip of my nose and my cupid's bow. So I absolutely love the highlighter palette. I absolutely love Spoiler Alert. I think it's really pretty. This one's a little bit too dark for me, but I think it'll go well when I'm a little bit lighter. But so far so good. Absolutely love this one. So highly recommend this one. Okay, I'm gonna set my face now with more glowier, dewier setting spray. So I'm gonna take this Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Setting Spray. Okay, we're gonna finish off with lip product. So I have this new lip shade from Believe. Not new, but it's new to me. But this is in the shade Charmed. So this is what it looks like. I have this Morphe one, this Morphe lip gloss, just in case I want a more glossy lip. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I don't have any lip liner to try on, so we're just gonna go straight with the liquid lipstick. This is what the doe foot looks like. I'm actually gonna first wipe off the lip mask. I actually like how it is right now, so I'm not gonna apply the Morphe one. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I absolutely love how this makeup look turned out. I loved every single product that I tried out for you guys. I think everything turned out the way I wanted to. The makeup looked absolutely beautiful. I went a little bit heavy-handed on the cream blush and cream bronzers, but just because it was literally my first time trying a cream anything in general, like cream bronzers and cream blush. I do have to work on that, but I love how well it blended out and just it's so easy for me to just kind of tone it down a little bit. Really love how this makeup look turned out. Let me know down below what you guys think of this makeup look. I don't have any specific name for this, but I loved it. I love how the eyes turned out. I love the eyeshadow, the gold in that e.l.f. bite-sized one. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you guys have not tried the bite-sized eyeshadow palettes from e.l.f., you guys definitely should because they are absolutely beautiful. I also like the mascara. I don't think I said anything about the mascara, but I also love the mascara. I applied 2 coats on that on just my upper lashes and then 1 coat on my lower lashes, and I think it did give me really great volume and length, and that's what the kind of mascara that I like, the kind of mascara that I look for, or the kind of characteristic that I look for in a mascara is to just give me great length and volume. And the formula is kind of like in the wet consistency, but it's not too wet where it's just going to transfer to your eyelids. It's a really great mascara. If you guys have not tried that out, definitely highly recommend. But yeah, that completes this video. If you guys again have not done so already, please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on any of my future uploads. I also have a vlog channel, so if you guys have not done so, or if you guys have not checked that out, I will always have the link to my vlog channel in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend, for it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave.